And you know what? That is something not just for my children, for my family to share. They can say, you know what, cousin, sister, niece was able to meet Obama and tell him thank you on behalf of our family. I left from San Antonio early that morning, after work actually, directly after work, and I arrived second. There was a gentleman by the name of Ken that arrived first, and that was 9 hours prior to actually meeting him. Me, my mother, Elois, and Ken also ran to the front of the gate, and that's when it got crowded. So crowded that we were all pressing against the gate, and I just remember thinking, oh my gosh, it's not enough. It's not enough room. It's so many people. I had talked to my grandmother right before he came down, and I told her where I was, and I told her what I was doing there. And the first thing that she told me, she said, I am so proud of you. She says, you know, your family's proud of you. And she said, you are representing our family well. And I started to cry because I thought about that, and I thought about, you know, ancestors that are not here to have this moment. And I felt I'm the one that has been blessed to see this man through my eyes on behalf of them and to tell him thank you. And so I did expect to see him. I did want to see him, and I wanted to tell him that. That was the most important thing for me, and that's the reason why I waited 9 hours to see him. To this day, I don't know why I touched his face, to be honest with you. I think it was just a spur of the moment, and in telling him what I wanted to tell him, and he was just sweet. He didn't flinch. He didn't do anything. He just stood right there and he listened to me. When I told him that I was proud of him and my family was proud of him, he actually buttoned his lip, excuse me. I thought he was going to cry. I really thought he was going to cry, but instead he just gave me a hug. And just the excitement, actually, there were still people around me just going, you know, shaking me, going, he hugged you, he hugged you. The gentleman that was next to me in the photograph, he called me and left me a message, an email message saying, I have something to tell you so exciting. And I actually was able to get a picture of him and Obama together, but no one had a picture of me and Obama together. So I was kind of sad about that, but I said, you know what, I met him, I got to tell him what I wanted, and then I found out that the newspaper did have a copy. I was really excited. Seeing the picture now means so much more to me because it just represents that time. It represents everything that happened that day. It wasn't just meeting Barack Obama. It's meeting history, and not only that, it is meeting a lot of people. I've met so many interesting people, and it just reminds me of a great night, a wonderful night I will never forget. And I shared it with my mother, and that was awesome to me too.